So, I have some mic issues, so I'm not sure how that's all gonna come out. If we have to fix it, we'll fix it. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is kind of finish up and use these in an analogy of how all these series have their own, say, purposes, goals, and how they're different. So first and foremost, with bulk to beast, these cookies, in my world, were about performance, energy, how to get the most, say, out of my body because I'm putting more calories in and I'm using that fuel, right? So here's a weight. This has to do with performance, right? It was building the body up or preparing it in some, say, shape or form for some kind of fitness challenge or a way to, push it to potential. That's kind of it wasn't so much about the calories as what they did for my performance. The Endless series had to do with calories, had to do with what makes sense. Is it this 100 calories here or this 100 calories? Understanding that they're different, understanding, that this is more nutrient dense. This is say a high calorie dense food that's low in nutrition and that it has, let's even say, high palatability. If I eat this cookie, I'm probably gonna eat more. I'm gonna eat this banana and it's gonna say, give me a little more performance. This one, I'm gonna probably crash afterwards, right? It just depends on, how your body responds. But that's what the point of Endless was to teach you what this represents. It's energy. And so how that energy can be used for you. And so some people can have, say, the cookie and the banana. Some people can only have the banana. Some people can have 3 of these cookies and be fine. It just depends. So that's what Endless was about and why that's a little bit different. It's about learning what this stuff means and how it can be used to, say, get you to your health goals. Cookie back. So then we have the Qform series, and that's about weight loss. It's about strictly on, my 90-day thing, how to transform, how to change body composition. Because most people are, looking to, look leaner, get that 6-pack at the beach. And that's exactly what it does. And so instead of eating these cookies, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go use stuff to my advantage. I'm gonna have this burrito. And so this burrito, and it's been sitting here for a few, it's got, a lot of nutrient dense foods in here and it's gonna fill me up. And for only, let's say this is maybe 450 calories, I can have 4 of these and I guarantee you I'm not gonna feel as full from this because there's no protein in it and I'm gonna feel full on this. So in the Qform, I'm capitalizing on that and I'm making sure to use my advantages for weight loss, body change, and this is also gonna help me with performance. So in the Qform, it's all about, let's say, figuring out the best bang for the buck and knowing how to stick with that and putting those and integrating them into a habit and a pattern over months of time. And then you see those results over time. So that's really specifically 90 days. That's what transformation is. Most of the time you'll see it's like, okay, I have this certain time frame and I want to lose weight, I want to lose body fat, and it's making decisions, food decisions and fitness decisions that get you to those goals and get you to the change. Okay. Now let's talk about Qform. Cookies. What does Qform have to do? Has to do with association. So it's not that I can't eat cookies. It's not about the calories. It's changing, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't want to have cookies. I want to restrict this. I want to say no to these. Or maybe it's about, hey, I need to learn to have just 1 cookie per day is what I would like to do. That's a habit that I think would be beneficial for me and something I would enjoy and gives me pleasure in life. Something that helps me. Something that is to my, let's say, it's rewarding and it's something that keeps me, say, going towards my goals. Or if I have goals to, say, get to somewhere in my health, this is something that's going to be useful for me. And so it's using time. It's using a calendar. It's saying, this is how much time I want to change. In addition to not just time, guess what? It also has the association. It's how, you can have substitutions. It's how you, say, bring it into your lifestyle or into your life and knowing that it has something else could have its place. It's about filling your time certain ways. And so that's what really it's all about, is making choices. I can have the choice to eat this or I have the choice to eat this. That's different than saying this is 100 calories and this is 100 calories. In the Qform world, it doesn't matter what these are. It's just that I have 2 different decisions. Which one am I going to make? Well, it just depends on what I want to change, how I want to associate things, how I want to, say, make my new, say, pave my way to, say, this different, say, life of habits or these different routines. If I like to have 1 cookie a day with my coffee, then that's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. But in the Endless world, it's going to be, hey, that cookie is going to probably not make you feel the best and you're probably going to eat more. And then in bulk to beast, it's going to be like, okay, well, the cookie is just energy. And if it fuels my workout, who cares that it's 100 calories or whatever? And then so in H form, it's not even associated with that. It's just, okay, I have this choice. Do I want it or I don't? Or do I want to put something else in? Does that make sense? Or I could just add this cookie in. That's all it is. H form is different. Oops. Okay, now last, and why the X form is different. And especially a lot of people are going to expect that it starts in January, so it's this weight loss over 12 weeks. And yes, I am going to be losing weight. But it's not the primary goal. It's changing my association, changing my outlook, changing my perspective, changing how, let's say, I approach and think about things that are around me, in front of me, and make those decisions throughout the day, every day. So this cookie, okay, it's Christmas time. It's not about the calories. It's not about the choice. There's something that's a little bit higher. Now this is a time for family for me. This is family time and fun time. And this is a time, let's say, of building memories, building relationships, making sure I have that positive impact with all these hats I have as a dad, as a father, as a friend, as an in-law. So now it has to do with, I'm going to eat cookies, not because the calories or any of that. I'm going to have cookies just because I'm participating with others. I'm breaking bread with others. I'm building those relationships and those conversations. So do you see how X form is different? It had nothing to do with a cookie itself. It just had to do with the environment, the scenario, the event going on. It's something that only is going to come around one time this year. It's just this Christmas Eve celebration with us as a family, and then it's gone. These cookies will be here tomorrow, so I could have them tomorrow if I wanted, or I could have them the day before. It doesn't even matter about the cookies. It just matters that there's something else more important than cookies in front of me. It's those things, those relationships and those conversations and those just the most important things in life. And it's the true riches. It's spending time with others and just enjoying, say, life and just seeing the things that are good in front of us. And it's not about, let's say, oh, if I ate too many cookies last night and then I regretted it. Well, I know, hey, there is no regret. That was a learning opportunity. Don't eat a bunch of cookies when you're hanging out with people because you're going to get a stomachache and not have the best of memory. So that's kind of really the overall point of this. It's really about how to change, say, all these little things over time to get the life quality that I want. It's about life quality. Making sure that every day is, say, filled to the max and filled to the most. Who wants to go through life, say more years, and every day you just don't feel well, or you're depressed, or you're mad or angry? That's just not a way I think life is intended or was designed. So it's something that, in order to get to those positive places, it's figuring out habits that can get you there, because there's habits we can do that, say, take away from it. Let's say, for instance, if I say had too much alcohol tonight, we already know what happens at a Christmas party when you have too much alcohol. People talk too much, they say too much, they do things that aren't good. So therefore, would that be a good, say, X form concept to just, drink a bunch? Well, no, because then that's already, I already know that's going to be a decision. That's a bad decision. It is a good and bad decision. And I normally don't say good and bad, but that is a bad decision, because it's going to something that now I've tainted that day, and it's become, say, a negative memory. And I don't want that, especially around this time of year. So, all right. I am going to be eating these cookies later. Now I've been smelling them for the last 30 minutes. Thanks for following. Now, as a close of the H form series, appreciate you following along, and I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, this is kind of behaviorism stuff in some senses, but it's also, let's say, there's another piece into it too. It's accounting to that, it's outlooks. It's how, let's say, it's going to depend on a lot of who you are, what your goal is, but changing habits, if you start with 30 days, that's a pretty good benchmark for just one habit. But if you want to change multiples in the process like I did, that's fine too, because even if you missed one or two and you changed two, then that's great. That's what H form is designed to do. At least change one habit. At least make sure that one was effective. And if you had all four that were not effective, well, you know what? You still win, because you found 4 things in your life that just don't work. And so now you can start all over. Okay, so this 30 days, what do I want to try? What do I want to change? H form is really designed to think about that. So you can start on the first of the month. You can start at the middle of the month. I'd recommend, especially if you're doing a 30-day trial, hey, start on the beginning of the week for sure, or you could start on the first of the month. Something you can kind of remember, or you could write it down. So that's going to do it for H form. Appreciate it. Looking forward to just doing these X form only and getting more, say, documentation and more video, more stuff in the process, and focusing on it a little bit more. So we will see you in that series. And if you tune into the other series, don't forget, check out Endless for just nutrition and fitness. and let's say just the evolution in that and how you can incorporate, say, this new healthy lifestyle. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. That's gonna do it. Till the next one, take care. Peace out. Chew. There's a lot of talk.